We get asked from time to time why there are lifestyle practices in the Whole Life Challenge. Why don't we just stick to the fundamentals, stick to the nuts and bolts of diet and exercise? And when Andy and I first started the Whole Life Challenge, we had similar thoughts. The challenge was about food and exercise, but we had bonus challenges. And they were more about keeping the challenge interesting from week to week, and they were still mostly about food and exercise. Things like practicing a skill, or brown bagging it every day to work, or being that guy in the restaurant who asks all the questions about food. And one day after a challenge, somebody wrote us an email and they said, "This is great, I love it, but when are you really going to make it a whole life challenge? This is really just a fitness challenge, it's diet and exercise." And the thing that's really important to know about me and Andy is that we both come from a long process, a long background of personal development, along with our fitness coaching. And we both have a very deep sense of belief about what makes a person healthy and happy. We knew that fitness was just the tip of the iceberg, and well-being goes deep. It's not just the state of your body. It's how you feel day to day. It's your peace of mind, your relationship with your spouse or your kids or your brothers and sisters. It's the balance that you create between your job and your free time. It's feeling like you really know yourself and the people around you. So we started to ask ourselves, what were things that just by signing up, people might not be surprised to find in a challenge like this? Where could we start? What did we have permission to coach? That was a question that we were always asking ourselves. And some of the first things were pretty no-brainers. They had to do with things like sleep and water, managing stress. Some things like sleep and water became so fundamental, they worked their way into the challenge, into the 7 daily habits. But then we started to ask ourselves, how could we affect change on real well-being? Health and fitness, definitely important, but we really wanted to tackle people's sense of well-being, your experience of your life, your health and your fitness inside of something much bigger. So we turned to practices that we knew from our own personal experience and from our experience as coaches had an effect on things like stress, but also on feeling connected, experiencing day-to-day happiness, awareness of your choices, and being present. And from drawing on our background as well as work we had done with other people, we knew that mastering those things were equally, if not more important than having perfect nutrition or having a great daily exercise routine. So we started to address things that we knew had a direct effect on people's stress and anxiety levels, and even in some cases, physical stuff like blood pressure, things like meditation, gratitude journaling, cutting down the consumption of electronics, even reaching out to people, connecting with people, productivity, organization. But they were also things that were ways to slow people down, to find what was actually working already in their lives, and to connect with their community, their family, to connect with their own internal resources, to live in the moment and be present to the choices that they make and really what a miracle their life already is. I would say that at the heart of the lifestyle practices is the knowledge that you are the most important person in your life. This is not a selfish statement. Yes, there are incredibly important people in your life. And without you, there is no your life. No one is going to take care of you, can or will take care of you better than you can. And taking care of yourself is a way to ensure that you are there to take care of the people who are most important to you. Even the healthiest person's experience of living can be marred by feeling lonely, feeling like they're missing something in their most important relationships, feeling like just something's wrong, something's off. The lifestyle practices are designed to have you step back, step out of the chaos that life can sometimes be, and focus on what you need every day to be your best you. They put you back in touch with yourself, with your husband or your wife. They help you recognize that life is pretty darn good just the way that it is. And maybe most important, They help you put health and fitness into perspective. Health and fitness are critically important, but the practices will help to remind you that happiness and contentment is available right where you're sitting today.